the video a lot of you have all been waiting for. Me out in the wild with a lot of the stuff that you've seen on the videos, functioning in real life. And just wait and see what I've got going on over here. We've got the whole family here, so I've got my very cool clam tent where the channel began. If you go look at the very first video I ever produced, you'll learn about this device that's sitting on top of the tent. That is an invention of my own. It is Mylar, and it reflects all of the sun, so that way we don't get the greenhouse effect inside this tent. So it gives us a reprieve from the sun, and then obviously because it's enclosed with either these solid panels, or as you can see from this angle, the panel can roll up, and you can get this big open section of no-seam mesh, so you get a lot of ventilation. Or you can do something kind of in the middle and just open up the small window. It's a lot of flexibility and makes a tremendous difference because it gives you, like I said, a 100% shaded location to hang out in on a bright, bright sunny day like today. Or if it's raining, you've got a place that you can still prepare food and stuff without being out in the elements. And this is the inside. So we've got some nice zero gravity chairs. And then, like I said, this is just kind of where we hang out and do food prep. So we've got, compressor coolers. In this case, this one's a freezer. We have the fridge one outside. I'll show you. The most epic camp stove on the market, in my personal opinion. I know this isn't sponsored by Jetboil or anything. I bought this with my own money years and years ago. It is just that freaking awesome. Of course, if you're like me and you have bonkers amounts of solar, you don't go anywhere without your air fryer. That is critical. If I pan up here, you can see that the roof is light, and if we didn't have that Mylar shade on, the sun would just be pounding in here and it would be very hot because we'd have that greenhouse effect. But because we have this cover on here, it's very shaded, very cool, and in fact so cool that we don't need all of the panels open. We've got an action shot right here. This is my pride and joy. This is my own creation here. We have hot and cold running water in camp. We need the comforts of home. It's very nice because when all is said and done, it nests in this plastic container. But then when we're using it, the plastic container is a sink basin. And you can see I've just built this, out of PVC pipe, some conduit. Got a little 12-volt pump, but I've actually converted it to run on an 18-volt Makita battery right here. Makes it very handy and convenient. I do have a whole video dedicated to this sink that I'll leave down in the description if you guys want to see all the details on how I built it. But you can see we've got hot water here, tankless propane water heater, and then it just draws from these 5-gallon drums right here. I'm going to put a picture up on the screen, but we actually use this reverse osmosis system to go draw water from a creek nearby or a lake, whatever, and it purifies the water and dumps it into these jugs for us so that we can use it to brush our teeth and wash our dishes. Technically, the water that comes out of that reverse osmosis system is clean enough to drink, but we do not drink it. We bring dedicated drinking water. And of course, you can't come camping with me without just bucket loads of solar power. So I've got my 2 ZOUP panels, my hands down favorite folding portable solar panels. They are so much better and more convenient for this kind of application than glass panels or other kinds of folding solar panels. But we got to stay powered up. We've got the freezer cooler in that tent as I showed you. We've got the air fryer we got to run. Obviously small electronics to charge. Here is another 12-volt compressor cooler that we need to keep going. Obviously batteries for the sink that need to stay charged. And hiding underneath these panels, we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 portable power stations. We've got to move a few of these because the shadows are approaching, but each solar panel is connected to one of those portable power stations. We've got one over here on the ground. I'm going to come back to this one because that one's epic. And just in case we need a little more power, I've got the 400 plus watt solar blanket here from Opti-Solix as well. This thing's pretty epic because it's so easy to deploy. But as you can see, the space of full sun is waning at this point, and everything's pretty much fully charged. When you have this much solar power and an absolute cloudless day like today, in the month of June, you're going to get a lot of solar power. Now this setup right here is one of my favorites. I've got this little 110 watt folding solar panel, and it has a charge controller built into it, and it outputs to USB Type-C. And if you take a look here, it's actually running our Starlink Mini. And the secret sauce to making that work is right underneath here. Can you see? I've got the Peak Dew battery for this Starlink Mini. And so this solar panel produces way more power than the Starlink Mini consumes. So when we've got sunshine, this panel charges up the battery on the Starlink Mini and then just continues to run it indefinitely during the day. And when the sun goes down, the battery picks up the slack and we get multiples of hours into the night of runtime. And then come morning, we just deploy the solar panel again. It fires the Starlink back up and recharges everything. It's such a perfect, compact little package. And I have an in-depth video about how I built this. I have in-depth videos actually about all of these different components and things you've seen here. So check out the links down in the description, and you can check out all the in-depth videos about any particular component you're interested in learning more about. Sleeping arrangements are pretty epic as well. It just so happens I live in the great state of Utah, and Spring Bar is based here in Utah, and they make these totally epic tents. But you can buy them anywhere and have them shipped to you if you're not as lucky as I am to have Spring Bar literally down the road. But let me tell you why I love Spring Bar. And once again, they're not a sponsor of the channel. They've not gifted me any of the tents or anything. I bought everything you see here with my own money. But Spring Bar first has been around for a long time. The tents are crazy easy to set up. They're made out of this very thick canvas material. I think it's called like duck cloth or something like that. Anyway, the tent is quite heavy with weight, so this is not what you're going to take backpacking. But for car camping like we're doing here, and for an extended period of time like we're doing here, this is the answer. We had some crazy wind last night, and usually that is a disaster when you're sleeping in a tent. Not for these. These tents are incredibly sturdy. They're very waterproof on their own. I do have the Stormfly accessory on this tent. We have a second one up here with the same accessory on it. And that just helps if we get rain to keep the canvas dry, and it makes putting the tent away a lot easier because you can't put the tent away wet. I mean, you can, but then when you get home, you've got to open it back up and get it to dry out. Otherwise, you'll get mold and mildew eating the cloth. So the Stormfly really protects the canvas and helps it stay dry if we get rain. This particular model of tent is the Family Camper. It's one of the larger models of the USA-made ones that are made right here in my own backyard. You can see we got a little buddy heater with carbon monoxide detector there to keep us safe at night. Of course, when you have solar power, you can bring your vacuum to keep your tent clean. And then, of course, you've got to sleep in style on an elevated queen-size cot, air mattress, 4-inch mattress topper, and then sleeping bag, etc. on top of that. That's the only way to sleep. And let me tell you guys, this bed is almost better than my bed at home. I sleep so good when camping. And yes, a lot of you are going to say, this is not camping. Well, it sure makes a big difference when you're camping for an extended period of time and want to be comfortable. Continuing the tour here, again, I'm camping with some members of my extended family. So we've got another tent with sleeping arrangements in it, another Spring Bar. And then up the trail a little further here, we've got something really epic. This is the restroom facilities. This is a dry flush toilet, has its own battery and everything in it, but obviously I can easily recharge it with my solar setups. And this thing is so epic. I'm going to insert a little clip here so you can kind of see how it functions. There's a bag, a plastic bag that gets drawn down and then sealed off and cut, so that the waste is completely sealed and locked away. And then we got the little urine tank accessory, and that way the women in our lives are able to comfortably use that for urination. And then we're only using the consumable bags for the waste. The bags are, liquid tight, and they even sell some coagulant to, soak up the liquid if you want. But we found that the urine tank is far superior. Let me dispel a common question that I can already hear people asking. How long does it take to, set stuff up like this? It's faster than you might think, actually. These tents are crazy easy to set up. So is that Clam tent over there. Now, granted, we have quite a number of people with us, so many hands make light work. But even still, if it's just like 2 people, like say me and my wife, we can usually get the sleeping tent, the Clam tent, and the sink, and some of the power station stuff, we can usually get that all set up and torn down within 2 hours. It's not that difficult or challenging. Comment, you guys, and let me know your thoughts on our setup. What do you like? What would you guys do differently if it were yours? You guys always have some epic observations and thoughts. So this is what we do currently, and it works very well for us, and I thought you'd enjoy seeing some of the stuff that you've probably seen in other videos, quote-unquote, out in the wild. Like I said, take advantage of the links down in the descriptions for in-depth videos about a vast majority of the stuff I've shown here, as well as links to where you can purchase some of this stuff. You guys do a lot of car camping. I'll tell you what, some of this setup is really, really nice. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and hype. The 5 free things. It just kind of gives the YouTube algorithm a nudge to get this video out in front of more eyeballs. I know this is slightly different than what I typically do, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, we've got more epic content coming. So stay tuned, stay safe, and we'll catch you all next time.